went to his daughter's recital on Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning, jumped back on a plane, came back down for the weekend. Saturday night.
That's impressive.
Just
Yeah.
to stay for Saturday night and then fly out Sunday
And
morning?
then flew out Sunday morning. I was like, dude, you don't have to come all the way.
You
He's
still-
like, you paying for my ticket? I'm like, no, then don't worry about it. I'll be back. I'm gonna go do this, and then I'll be back tonight. When I remember because we were at the hotel. No one was going anywhere until Jacob got there. I mean, I'm not going anywhere until Jacob gets back. This
Yeah.
guy just flew all the way back to Connecticut for literally 2 hours, and now he's flying back down. We're waiting for him. So he shows up, and he's Jacob's here. Let's go.
Now we can go.
Now we can go back out.
Still close friends with him?
Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true I'm a bad friend. I would never do that probably.
No, that's
It's not practical. You could still be a good friend and not do that, but it definitely showed Jacob's loyal like a
yeah, dude.
pit bull.
He's
Yeah.
a machine.
Yeah.
Ultimate partier right there.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Right back down, and then
I thought it was a joke. I was like, he's not coming.
I'm like, dude,
It was
he's
like, no, he's coming back.
He's
What do
coming
you mean?
back.
I'm like,
He'll
he
be
just
back.
flew home.
he just left this morning. He'll be back in 2 hours. He's coming back. He went to the recital, and he will be back.
Just to see his daughters or something.
That's right. Well, not just. That was a big thing. You didn't want to miss it, which is fine. You know, I go home, party's over. Party's not over. I'll be back. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
How much was his
we're
flight?
all. I didn't ask. It was none of my business because he said it's none
So-
of your.
so
he
where-
told-
so-
he actually told me it's none of my business how much the flight is because
So-
I'm not paying for it. So what are you worried about? Which is a valid point.
So you guys are where? Again, I'm sorry.
We're in Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
For his party.
For,
It's like 6 years ago.
so he's down there. He has to go home. He flies home
Same day.
And then
same day, and then comes back
Same day.
that same day.
Yeah.
That's
He was
impressive.
back by like, I don't know, was it like 3 or 4 in the afternoon? I want to say something like that.
I don't know. Your timeline's probably way off.
Yeah.
It was daytime. I know that.
Yeah.
He was back during the daytime. I know that. The sun was out. I'll give you that.
All right.
It wasn't nighttime.
No.
He was back during the day.
Yeah.
See, I got the complete opposite story. I went down to Hilton Head, South Carolina for my buddy Carrie's bachelor party.
Wimped out.
I didn't wimp out. It was there was a
Actually-
hurricane coming home. They were gonna drive home. They decided to do a bachelor party from a Friday to a Friday, which was insane.
Whoa.
That's ridiculous.
Whoa.
Like,
And-
you know, who asked somebody?
We
who
got
asked-
down there. We
7 days.
drank the whole
That's
ride
crazy.
down. We drank all day Saturday. We drank all day Sunday. We drank all day Monday. And I remember I told you, I was like, yo, Monday, like it was late Monday afternoon. I was so fucked up. I was sitting on the couch outside and I looked at my phone and I decided to try and Uber home. But in my head, I honestly didn't realize where I was.
Sure.
And I was like looking and I'm like,
3
it came
straight
to it and I'm
days.
like, oh shit, I can't Uber all the way from North Carolina to Ledyard. So I was like, it hit me. I'm like, you know what?
I'm out of here.
I'm waking up in the morning and I'm taking an Uber to the airport and I'm not telling anyone and I just fucking went home.
That's
Who
the way you
sets
gotta
up? Who
do it
sets up a
sometimes.
bachelor party for a week?
Carrie Parada.
Yeah.
That's a long
That's amazing.
time.
I got a phone
I
call.
thought I was
at
gonna
like
die.
1 p.m. and he was like,
How old
Trying to
were you?
Kill your
This
friends.
was
You
like
guys
20
last year.
This was like 2 years
I
ago.
was gonna say, like, you're 21 and you haven't really. Then
done
all right.
Stuff like that, yeah.
But when you're like, you know, in your 30s or
close to it.
7 days, who's gonna do 7 days? You
That's-
might get a guy that
Yeah.
stays with you the
They
whole
were
That's basically
searching the
like-
whole place for him. too.
That's
That was
basically like,
funny.
listen, man, listen.
I'll
All
give-
right,
I'll give you
I don't
free
want
reign.
to fucking go home. All right, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Stay
Well,
with
because
me.
at first
Yeah.
it started off that it was going to be like a long day, you know, a vacation. We were going to go down there, we were going to golf, but you know, it's a bachelor party, so regardless of what the plan was, it
Looks
was
good
just
on
a
paper.
fucking shit show the whole time.
Of course it is.
I
So-
get that when I'm older now. Like, I'll be at a bar or anywhere. And if it's late or if I had too much to drink, I'm done. I'm out.
When you,
I
you
used-
know, when you're done,
No,
you're done. There's no
yeah.
need to like be like, guys.
I can
fight
keep going,
through it.
yeah.
Irish goodbye. See you
Yeah.
fucking
I'm done.
later, right?
Like, I'll be like, listen, you're either, to my wife, you're either leaving with me or you're staying. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just one way or another. And when I was younger, oh no,
You
you
never
fight
leave.
through
You
it.
hang in
Oh,
there.
You always
yeah.
stay last person. Make
Yeah.
sure you don't miss one thing.
Yeah.
I don't care if I miss anything anymore.
That's a sign.
You're older.
That's a sign of younger you dying.
Yes, it's over.
It's a sign of the younger you dying.
Yeah, you just
When
get
you don't care if you don't miss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go, I'm done tonight. Like, nah, I don't care if I miss something.
I would
That's
love-
the sign that you're getting older.
love to just sit on the couch, watch reruns of Californication or something like that, and just veg out. Have Chinese food, maybe some pizza.
Sometimes those are the best days.
Yeah.
They are.
Just chilling.
Great show.
You know what? I'm getting to
You have a little California. You could pull that guy.
David
He
Duchovny?
was a sex addict, wasn't he?
Well, not that way. It's just the lore.
He was a writer. He just made everything look interesting.
He literally he hooked up with like the most beautiful women
Yes.
in all of Hollywood in that
Yeah.
show,
Yes.
right?
They did it so like
I
Nonchalant.
didn't see it, but like the actual actresses that came on the show were real, or just like the.
They just looked.
Just beautiful,
They
yeah.
just looked hot.
I never got into that show. It was
Yeah, it's
Oh,
something you
easy
should
to
watch.
Really good show,
Great.
man.
Binge watching show.
Yeah.
It's
Put it on the list.
it is.
That's what we do.
All right.
So are we getting to a point that, today you came down and you said you hate Wednesdays, and at the same time I would just feel like, are we good? Are we bad?
We're
Like,
bad.
are we-
the
as
whole
we-
show sucks right
we
now.
suck.
We're
House
terrible.
rules?
Yeah.
Why do we suck?
I don't know. You tell me. I
No,
just
don't
feel
go
like
off me, man.
No, let me
I
explain.
just had a long day.
Think
Yeah.
about this. We're a bunch of, 30 to 40-year-old men sitting in a basement talking about stuff that everybody already knows. That's what we're doing, Joe.
We fit the description of like 4 middle-aged, middling fucking losers.
Yes, we're doing this for you too.
What
By
do
the
you
way,
mean?
to keep you having a hobby since you don't have, you don't work.
This is literally the only productive
Scott.
thing that you do.
You look forward to this more than
Joe,
anyone.
it's a lie.
You dress up for it. You have the attire. You look.
My normal
You
attire.
pick out something. You plan ahead. You have notes. Don't fucking throw this at me.
I like to be in Neverland. Is that a problem?
No.
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 That is a problem if you want to go to Neverland.
Yeah, that's a
Never
weird
learned.
place to
Why?
go.
Well, not that.
Riding the
Not
fucking
that.
carousel, really?
Michael Jackson.
Well,
no.
it goes hand in hand with
There's the
your-
picture. Yeah, there's the picture.
still scarred from your younger years.
the ball sack right in front of
So
my
what's
face.
up? We're not house rules. Like are we declining?
I don't think we were
People stop
declining.
listening to us.
We've jumped on different venues.
Is the
different.
problem that we're on too many platforms right now?
No, because everybody's
having-
on that many platforms.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's that.
All right. But maybe before we were
We
just
just
on
like
one
we've
platform.
like we've said before. We need something to do. We need to have an episode that stands out. The whole yoga thing that got a lot of watches. We gotta do something that sticks out and gets viral.
What do
I
you?
don't think we need to try to do anything.
No,
Just fucking keep doing what we're doing.
all right.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the slap boxing.
You want to go around the room and everyone just slaps the shit out of each
Okay,
other?
we should probably not do that.
You could. Yeah, you want a show? You'll get a fucking show.
Oh,
All right.
So
All right.
yeah.
So it's March Madness. It's Wednesday, March 20th. We're going into the bracket tomorrow.
Spring equinox.
Dude,
It's here. Turn the
nothing's
corner.
better than the tournament, man.
This is
I personally, it's my favorite sporting event of the year.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That first weekend at March Madness is better than anything, in my opinion.
I'm pissed off. We're going to a concert on Saturday, and I said this when we ordered the tickets. Now I got to go to the concert because I want to see it with my boys and
Who you
stuff.
seeing?
Saturday.
As I Lay Dying.
So,
Wow.
Oh my god.
Can we say
Anyways.
it at the same time?
Do that again.
Yes.
As I lay dying.
As I Lay
Where are
Dying.
you guys going to see? As I Lay Dying.
so anyways, the minute he booked the tickets, I was like, "You do know that's right on the first week of March Madness? How do you know that?" I'm like, "Dude, because it is." He's like, "Yo,
No,
come
you
on."
didn't say that. You said, you were like, yo, that's right in like the heart of the tournament. And I said, no, it's the first week.
This is the heart of the tournament. The first week.
First week is
the biggest week, Joe.
I'm gonna agree with
Yeah.
Scott on
You
this
agree
one.
on
It's
that?
the heart of the tournament.
Thursday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get 4 days straight.
Because after that, the next weekend it's the Sweet 16.
Sweet
So
16.
a couple of games on Thursday,
Yes.
a couple on Friday, but nothing like this.
It's all
Nothing
about
like
the
that.
first weekend, yeah.
Noon.
Noon to midnight.
It's a man's
So
Yeah.
so hold on a second though, Scott. I agree with Scott, but who
I
says
agree.
that we have to? It's me and you going. Yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
We had Jim on the show. He's not a big sports guy. But who says that we have to be there the whole time? All I really want to see is an hour of As I Lay Dying. That's all they're gonna play.
That's fine. Then we could.
So we plan it out that we can watch everything and
Can you
kill
go?
two birds
Can
with
you go
one
to a,
stone.
can you go to a
Do
venue
that.
not far from there and watch?
Yeah, it's in Providence.
It's just
Ah.
so.
So you go to the concert for a couple hours, whenever it starts, and then
I
right back to a bar.
I know the guys that I'm with. We go to the show, we leave. Hands down. I already know what's happening.
We're gonna go to the show.
You don't
Go
have
to
to
the show
do that.
and leave.
You can go do your own thing. You can show up and I got the ticket. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
I know, but I'm with the group of people. I know what's gonna happen.
How many of you
Show-
guys are going?
Four.
Four.
Oh, all right.
There might be more actually.
Scott's going by himself. I like it.
Scott's gonna wear the Duke jersey.
I'm surprised you didn't get a huge crew to go to As I Lay Dying.
You think you can really get
massive, a big crew to go?
Well, the band itself just started touring again. The lead singer, Tim, just got out of prison. He tried to kill his wife.
So what are they? They're like a reggae? Like feel good?
Yeah,
Feel
reggae,
good
yeah.
music, man. Feel good.
The lead singer's making his comeback tour.
Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
comeback tour.
Yeah.
But it's 4 days of greatness. You don't even. All you have to do is have the remote in your hand and know to go from True TV, TBS, TNT, CBS back.
You need a
back,
setup
back,
like
forth.
8. She's got 3 TVs. I got 2 TVs. You need to be able to watch multiple.
Stop. One TV, yeah.
One TV going back and forth.
Actually,
You need to
the spot
bring.
you're sitting
you-
at right there is actually good. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
You can see them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're the guy that invites your friends over to watch this and you got one TV,
You're a loser.
You're selfish. fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're selfish.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
At least 2, minimum.
You got a TV downstairs. Well, you got 2 down
What am I
there?
gonna run upstairs and downstairs?
No, bring the TV from downstairs upstairs.
I mean, I could do that, yeah.
That's a
I
good
have
idea.
YouTube TV now, so
Yeah.
I can just hook
Set
that
up and-
Laptop.
I mean, you can at least have 2 games on at once.
Well,
That's a nice
well, I
thing
work
for you.
Thursday and Friday, so you know.
You're all set. You got yours right next.
I
to
got
each
2
other.
next
You got
time. I
your
might take the one
laptop.
in my room and bring it out and have 3.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You were ready to roll.
3, yeah.
I'm gonna charge minutes at the door, to tell people, hey, come to
Right.
my house. You watch it Thursday,
Tickets.
Friday, $5 to get in. You can watch 3 games at once. Also, popcorn, pancake will entertain you.
Dude, I remember we used to always get out of school early.
Oh, you had to.
Remember?
I do.
That Thursday, even that Friday, it was like all the kids that were playing sports and whatever. We would always be like, you guys are all got an early dismissal.
Tournament time, man.
Yeah, always get out of there. I'm so fucking psyched.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait, man.
When I worked at Norwich, when I was the IT guy there, I threw it up on we had a big projector in the office. I would throw up one on there, and then I put 2 on my TV, on my monitors. I have 3 games going at once, all during work, so I didn't have to leave.
Let's break down what we got here. Let's check it out.
Well, we could start with you with the bracket.
Well, look, I gotta see what I did. We did a house rules bracket.
House
One,
rules
yeah.
bracket.
Yeah, St. John's getting crushed right now. Last team.
Yeah.
We all
John
decided to
Sutton.
take a region.
No, Scott, what did you?
Scott got the East. So Scott, break down what you have for the bracket, for your
You want me
bracket.
to go here? All right, so I'll just
You don't
make
have
it
to do
quick.
it
I'm not
game
doing every
now.
single thing. My big upset is probably Yale beating LSU.
Ooh.
And then I like the Duke UCF game because you got Dawkins coaching against his former alumni, Duke. And they'll actually give him some trouble, I think, just because of length. Duke going on. Duke and Michigan State battling it out in the Elite 8. And Duke going on to this to the Final Four.
I think the Duke's bracket, call it Duke's bracket, the Eastern bracket, for me personally, I think it's the easiest bracket out of all.
Or Virginia's bracket, I felt.
I thought Virginia's was a little more competitive. This is the biggest fucking bracket thing I've ever seen. I mean,
Sorry.
what am I supposed to do here?
You got to put it on.
I know I'm
top.
blind, but I mean, we should do something like this.
Here.
Yeah, but Duke, I felt like Duke's
Dude, Christ, he's all confused today.
Yeah,
You've
man.
been watching kids all day. Your brain's mush.
mush, bro.
Can you read at least? Do you want me to read it for you?
Duke's got the easiest bracket.
Okay.
Am I
Fair.
wrong?
No.
No, that,
Okay.
That's what you
Virginia
said.
Tech's in there. What else? Who else is in there?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. I don't think they
Okay.
get challenged.
They're your
until
two
they
seed
see
there.
right?
All
Johnny,
right.
what do you got?
Me, I took the South.
Okay, what
I
do we
filled
got?
out the South.
Yeah, I'll help you.
You're gonna
out.
hold.
Get myself in the eye.
Jesus Christ. Me,
It's one of those large. Like I feel like it's one of
You
those
start
large
drinking.
checks.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Fucking snap.
This is what the whole
Wait a
fucking
minute. How
limp
many
thing
days?
does.
How many days in are you?
It
Oh,
should be
shit.
easy. Normally I'm fine.
What's
Oh,
But
What's
it's
wrong?
Like, it's just a lot, man.
No alcohol.
no
Yeah.
alcohol.
He's like
Dave.
LeBron James, man. He needs
he
that
needs
wine.
that wine before the game.
You're
God,
the-
you are
you're-
stressed.
Yeah, you're the LeBron James of podcasting.
I'm the one watching.
You
Choking.
gotta
Wait till
drink.
after Let when he comes here. Hey guys, guess what? Here's been great.
So anyway, who won that?
How many days are you
South?
even in?
Nothing.
Jesus.
Started, man.
Well, Scott already failed. If that makes you feel better.
You ate chocolate?
Yeah.
I have chocolate mousse. It's
Oh
different.
God,
That's
he's
the
got
same
one
thing.
fucking.
All you
thing.
had to do was give up
This
chocolate.
kid,
Fuck lead. Fuck lead.
The first
fuck
thing he
lead.
says, I
Jesus,
can't.
you can't
I'm not eating chocolate. Then he's like, well, I had dark chocolate.
And then the other night we
Dark
go
chocolate,
over.
it's not dark. And he says I had
Mimicking
fucking
my
mousse
voice.
chocolate.
There's the mimic of my voice.
I'm over here fucking watching kids, running a business, not drinking. You couldn't give up fucking chocolate?
No.
Wow.
Wow. Yo, the other night we go
Those
over
are-
to me and
Uh,
Johnny
no
go
more
over to
story.
Scott's. He's just wolfing down cupcakes. He wasn't giving up anything. He
But
should have
they
gave
weren't-
up sugar.
They weren't chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't matter. He
pistachio,
was getting.
red velvet.
He had it all planned out. He thought that he could.
How do you not like
No,
pistachio? It's
I
great.
can't blame you on that. Tennessee, I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee's gonna come out of the South.
Yep.
The other upset, Virginia. I mean, seriously, Virginia can go fuck themselves.
Virginia can fuck themselves?
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
They-
They fucked themselves last
Last
year
year.
by being the first one.
If you want to
lose.
bet, take that first game. I don't care what the spread is.
There's no-
Virginia does not lose.
The only
in the
reason I
opening
didn't
game.
take Virginia losing because Gardner Webb sounds like a fucking dictionary.
It
I've
is.
never even heard of who are they?
They win by 50 that game.
That's a
You- you
Division
see-
One college, Gardner
I
Webb.
do love that you have Oregon
anybody
going
else
far.
kind of giving them a problem? Giving
Uh,
Tennessee a problem? Villanova by name only this year, right? Or do we like Villanova this year?
Well, he took Old Dominion over Purdue, which I thought was.
Yeah,
I
did
like.
that too, actually.
Yeah.
I like the you know, you gotta have some fucking bombs
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
You know
listen,
what I
you
mean?
No, I mean look at mine, but let's.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
you
swing
could-
that over to Mr. Joe. Swing that in there.
There you
you
go,
know.
Joe. So to get
How do
so
we
you got
present
Duke
this
going to the Final
Yes.
Four. Johnny's got
Tennessee.
Tennessee
To
going
be fair,
not
though,
bad.
to be fair, my college basketball knowledge, you could equate it to like second grade math. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, but you know
not
what? You
deep.
say that,
But I've
and
won the last
the last
fucking-
few years when we
course you
do
will.
the brackets, he does really, really well.
Because when he looks at the bracket, we're all like,
It's
we
like-
know this shit,
I
right?
see. I go all of a sudden intuition. Something starts
Start
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
It's
I
hard
w-
for me to explain. It's weird.
I went with Johnny's model this year because in years past I'd watch the shows and the 24-hour
Love it.
thing because it's
I-
fun.
it's addictive.
And I'm like, I got it. But this year I grabbed a few and I just fired away, started filling them in.
Good.
So
Yeah, but I feel like
Let's see if that
I like
works.
The Rondo.
Yeah, you're probably right because I watched all the
No, I
shows
hear
and
ya.
here you go, Joe.
I watched all the shows and I did all my
Oh, now
research
Yeah,
and
yeah. No, waste your time. Fucking.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. Did you win it last year?
I
Yeah.
did.
And then the year before you came in second or third, coming from a guy that barely watches any college basketball.
What she says.
I'm gonna take
Are
a
you
nap.
with him all the time?
He doesn't watch a lot of
Yeah, I know
college
he doesn't.
basketball.
I know.
I mean, he'll probably watch Duke.
oh,
and
he'll watch.
Zion
He'll watch
and
the
maybe-
tournament. I know he will. He'll
Oh
turn it
yeah,
on.
yeah.
He's at work. If you're at work, you're watching it. I don't care
Yeah.
if you hate college
Well,
basketball.
you put a little scratch on the game, you're gonna watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
absolutely. The
Yeah.
biggest betting day. You take nothing but overs. Why take it under, right?
on the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Go
know.
ahead, Jay. You got the western side of this bracket. What
West
do you
Coast.
like?
I like Marquette and I like Nevada.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you see Gonzaga getting
I
knocked
think
out of here,
Gonzaga loses to
and
Marquette.
Michigan getting
I like,
knocked out
but
of here.
I liked Buffalo, but the whole country's on Buffalo. I think they beat Texas Tech. I think Nevada can beat Michigan and beat Buffalo and beat Marquette. Nevada's they got a older team,
8 seniors.
8 seniors. Yeah, they play good in the tournament. I'm gonna go upset.
Nevada.
The only thing I don't like is your Marquez because I know you like. it.
I like Murray State too, but
Because Ja,
yeah, but that's all it is.
I know.
Yeah, but
How-
Marquette's played like shit down the road. You're
That's
gonna
like
go
that-
into the tournament and turn it on,
Some teams do.
and they got a 5 because of what?
I just want to see.
Name.
I just want to see Murray State get a shot at Gonzaga,
The-
just to see
The
how they-
seedings. Let me just say this: we had the episode of the Oscars with Chris Hansen. The
Yeah.
seedings on this
Mhm.
is kind of like the Oscars. If you won before or you're going
You're
off
in.
your last name, they're gonna give you a good seeding. They don't actually look at the fucking shit because that's what they do. Every year you could pencil in. All right, Michigan State's gonna be at least a 5, like Kansas this year. They blow, and they're still
They're
not
four.
bad.
They're a 4
Come
seed.
on.
Well, that takes us to the Midwest over here. I think this is the most competitive bracket.
Yes.
This one, yeah.
I think this one's
You got
got.
Carolina.
You got
See, he's got New
Carolina.
Mexico State. I like
I
Auburn.
do Auburn. I mean, Iowa State's really good.
Love
They can
Iowa State.
score. They get up and down. Houston had a huge year. What did they? They were 31-3.
Yep.
I mean, Kentucky's in there.
Seton Hall's
Seton Hall-
interesting, but
PJ
Woodford's
Washington
good.
for Kentucky has been in
Yeah.
walking boots, so that could be kind of.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They should be all right
He
early
should,
on.
he should be fine. Now.
They just got to get through the first
Yeah.
weekend, which they should. You would think. I mean, I don't know. I think Carolina's the most well-rounded team in the
White?
in
Yeah.
the country, up and down.
Yeah.
You got the
So
young guys.
Carolina,
they got some-
Tennessee, you're saying Carolina.
Yeah.
I got
And
Carolina.
most likely Duke, Nevada, we're going to have to go with Duke. So it's going to be UNC Duke?
I would love that.
I mean, yeah, who wouldn't?
I mean, they had a great tournament, the ACC tournament. Let's do it one more
Best
time.
out of four. I mean,
Best
the
out-
best forward for him.
It'd be cool if they played 4 times,
Yeah.
because then you really get to see. Carolina beat Duke twice without Zion, and then Zion comes back. They played an epic game, and Duke won. So it'd be great to see them full throttle going at it.
See, in my own personal bracket, I have Duke, Kentucky, just because I like. It's kind of like a movie. I'm a fan of a movie where it starts out this way and then it finishes. Start of the season was Duke, Kentucky, and I hope it finishes Duke, Kentucky. That's
So
my
Duke,
bracket.
Kentucky. I actually have, for most of my brackets, I do have Gonzaga beating Duke in the Final Four, just because I think
They're
they're
well-rounded.
they're well-rounded, man. They got a lot of good plays, and they beat Duke earlier this year. So I got Gonzaga and Carolina most of mine. I got those two in it at the end. Johnny,
The final?
who do you have like most of your brackets? I know we've all filled out multiple, more than
Yeah,
one.
I got Duke, Kentucky too.
You got
Even
Duke
mine,
and
yeah.
Kentucky.
I've only done one bracket.
So we're all chalk here. I mean,
I
as
was
far as
Tennessee.
that-
Well, to the end.
I went
To the
Tennessee.
end.
Tennessee Duke.
So that's pretty chalk too. I mean, Tennessee had a big year. They were number 1 in the country.
And
for a
anybody
while.
that gives you shit for going chalk, come on.
No.
Hey, you know what happens is the first 2 days that you see
Yeah.
people go down, and then you
Yeah.
see Saturday and Sunday,
And then
you
it's
see
chalk.
a sprinkle in there, and then it's chalk.
And then it's chalk.
Because that's the way it is.
Occasionally you'll have the 12 seed that makes a run
To the
It
Sweet
always
16,
seems
sure.
like there's a 12
Yeah.
because that 12-5 is always that funny number
Yeah.
for whatever reason. A 12 always wins. So you might have that team win.
I
you know,
do
2
think that
games.
if Duke wins it this year, they have one of the worst. I think they're like 69% free throw shooting team, and then one of the worst 3-point shooting
I
teams.
think, and that's
Which
the
could
reason.
hurt 'em.
That's where I think they're going to get hurt. If they get
Which
that
could.
far, I think Gonzaga because they shoot better and they got an older team.
But you have the best player
you got
in
Zion.
the country. Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
And if he wins this, just like your boy Carmelo did a couple years ago,
Mhm.
not a couple,
to carry a team, yeah.
it'll be one of the most epic runs of all time.
It would be. I mean, he's already, in my eyes, he doesn't have anything to prove. But to make a run in the tournament would just be awesome.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I still say this. Most epic run I've ever seen was with Shabazz with UConn.
Yeah,
I never seen that coming ever.
nobody did.
Shabazz or Kemba?
Both.
Shabazz.
I mean-
I'm saying Shabazz's was even crazier than
Yeah,
Kemba's.
I think you're right, man. Did
Because-
anybody see
and
that?
I'm not a
Shabazz
UConn
game?
fan, but I remember watching that. I'm like, how the fuck
Are they
is this
winning
hap-
these games?
Where's he even playing?
They beat that Kentucky team with Julius Randle. Who else was on that team? Kentucky was so much better than
Yeah.
them. How the fuck? They kept pulling games out.
Yeah.
It was Lamb and Shabazz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
those
they
two.
just diced it up,
It was
man.
great.
So
That-
tomorrow,
you have a good point guard.
the first game tomorrow is Louisville, Minnesota.
That's a good game.
Then you got LSU and Yale at 12:40, Auburn at 1.
Yeah.
The good game, I mean, after that, the main game that most people want to see is Murray State Marquette 4:30,
That's the game, man.
Kentucky at 7,
Who's the kid from Marquette?
Michigan at 9,
God,
and the better game of the night would be 9:40 Woodford and Seton Hall.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Love
just for
Seton Hall
tomorrow.
too. Seton Hall, tough team, man.
I took
What do you love about Yale? You know, it's
Yeah.
it's basketball. It's not crew.
Nothing.
Like
You want to know the
discipline,
truth? Kind of
man.
like you. I'm gonna pull a Yanni on this one, man. Like it's not like
intuition's telling you.
yeah, just you know what? I like Yale. I haven't watched. You think I really watch fucking Yale do it? Am I that bad?
They're
at
Ivy
football?
League, right? Who the
I
fuck do
actually
they play?
had Yale and
Harvard.
I
I
just
don't know
like
if it's
it.
biased because they're from Connecticut.
They're smart.
Same colors as Duke.
I tell you what, though.
Yeah, but LSU was good this
those
year,
teams,
weren't
Teams don't like playing teams from the Ivy League
No,
because they'll muck, they'll slow you down
they?
and
So
muck it up.
if you had to
You know
pick
pick,
what
and rolls, old
Yeah.
They
school,
play like-
backdoor
yeah.
screens.
Full Naismith,
Yes.
fucking peach basket
Yes,
basketball.
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Old school. You
Hit the
know?
Set
threes with the
screens.
shot clock running down. It's like, God damn it, we can't pull away from you.
I'm not gonna say that we all have to pick one, but if we had to pick in the whole bracket, who's Loyola Chicago from last year? Is there anyone gonna come out like that?
like that.
Yeah. Something that everybody's gonna be like, oh, is it gonna be Yale that's gonna stand out or
mid-major.
yeah.
I would, me, only because I love watching the kid play, is Murray State.
Murray State.
Yeah. Just because of John Murray. Outside of that, go for it, man. You guys want to guess somebody that took what, a double seeded, at least a 10 seed, to try to make a run? I don't know.
Team to make a run that would be.
You know who I like?
What
I
is-
like UC Irvine in the South to knock off Kansas State. I like them.
All right.
Because I think Kansas State's out.
UC Irvine, you heard it here. I like Murray State. Joe and Johnny. Johnny's just going to throw a dart,
Yeah, he'll probably hit.
and he's going to hit it. So whatever Johnny says here, be prepared. How
Hit it.
about Belmont, Johnny?
Tomorrow an upset or just in general?
Just in general, was one of the mid-major dark horse.
I give you an upset. This show is one of our best shows ever. That was an upset.
Yeah, right.
That's a huge upset.
Northern Kentucky
Northern
beating
Kentucky.
Texas Tech.
All right.
Where'd you get this printed out, man?
This
Do
one's a
you
little
need the
bro.
bigger bracket?
This might as well be Braille.
Yeah, man, you like to challenge my eyes. Remember I said that to you?
Yeah.
You gotta challenge your eyes sometimes. If I can read that.
Yeah, we got this big ass bracket
Bracket.
here, and you got.
Yeah, I don't know why he's looking at this.
I can't see all the way over there on the other side. Sorry, man. UC Irvine.
So you and Scott both said UC Irvine.
Oh, you said that too?
Yeah.
Fine, that's fine.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
Hey,
That's fine.
Hey,
See
channel
that?
channel it.
UC
Yeah.
Irvine.
We got
Didn't even,
Murray State.
Didn't even think about it.
Northern Kentucky.
Northern
We're
Kentucky.
really
Yeah,
listening.
there you go.
Huh?
weren't really listening to you.
Yeah.
I know when I have a conversation now with Yanni that, it's not really happening.
One fucking time.
I know, I'm kidding. Why do I apologize?
I don't know why you're apologizing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he has that. That's something in him that he feels
I
like
gotta
he's
stop.
gonna let him
Fuck
down.
you all,
You gotta
Just go
talk
like
to you.
that.
You gotta talk to your tarot card reader about that.
Yeah, I do. She listens to the show. She wants to come on, actually. She wants to read somebody.
Me
She
and,
would
Jo-
sit-
me and Joe were gonna do it.
We're
She-
gonna-
She
she's
came over.
gonna-
She went over to his house last weekend.
Flipping cards.
Yes.
She was gonna flip cards and read us, but
Did you get it?
No, not.
I didn't want her fucking opening up some dark secrets in front of a lot of women I didn't know.
You said you were gonna
Gonna
pay
go
for
over
me
it.
to do it. How much does this lady charge?
Joe, you know who she is. It's $20.
I know who she is.
Yes.
Yeah, $20.
You guys believe this stuff?
Yes.
You believe card flippers?
I've gone to her now 4 times.
Has she ever revealed any information to you
That you didn't tell
that?
her?
Yeah, that would be. There's no way she couldn't find social media. She could ask him, and like something that was like, there's no way she could have known.
And that's the other thing though, social media.
Yeah, it's tough to.
Yes.
Yes.
Something that I didn't know unless my mother told me.
What do you mean?
She knew that Papa used to keep drinks around the whole house, down in the basement. My grandfather, he used to have shot glasses. He would just take shots everywhere. So he would sneak it. So he would have his one drink. He would have his highballer, and then
Go downstairs,
people have
do a
been
shot.
like, all right, Paul's
That's all he's drinking is
Paul's
that. But then
only
you
had
go in the
this.
kitchen and have a shot.
But
You
he
have one
have
in
a
the
shot
bed.
everywhere. She goes, your grandfather.
Basement.
She goes, we're talking.
That's
and
a
stuff.
veteran alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God.
She goes, your grandfather was an alcoholic. I was like, what? Fenton side. I was like, no, mix cement. She's like,
He drank like a couple beers,
No,
wasn't he?
your mom's side. She goes, I'm seeing that he had glasses everywhere. Little glasses. I was like, yeah, that is true. Like I was like, how the hell do you know that?
That's specific. I
Yeah,
like
it is
that. I like
specific.
that.
That's
Okay.
good.
I mean,
that's pretty
Kendall
good.
told you the story, man, when you came over, what was it, 2 weeks ago, how she knew that
She was wearing
she was
clothes.
wearing Emily's clothes. She goes, how the hell do you know that I'm wearing Emily's clothes? She
Well,
goes,
she said if he's not saying the full thing. I guess she came home and she was, or for work, she was wearing something, one of her jumpsuits.
And then she changed.
She changed and came down, and this lady was there and was like, oh, I sensed that Em was making fun of you because you were wearing her outfit all day. And she's like, how the fuck would she know? She didn't see me.
That's interesting.
So yeah.
All right.
hey man, I not that I don't believe in stuff like this, but
That's
it's
stupid.
like anything, man. Like I take my time and I'm like, yeah, can you, is this true? Is this really happening? It's just like anything.
So what would happen if she came on the show? She would be able to sit here, talk to
She
us.
said we could go to her house, or we could go, or she
Well,
could
what
come
if
here.
I feel comfortable here?
Yeah.
She feels comfortable there.
Yeah. I mean, she needs a setting that, shoot
Is
one.
shit gonna like shake?
No, my God, Joe. All she's gonna do is she's probably gonna look at you and just tell you stuff that you already know, or she'll tell you something you don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's an interesting thought to have her on, read one of us while we're all talking, hear it,
Yeah.
and then we can discuss if we're okay with that.
Well, I mean, considering the lack of any content
That we have right
conversation
now.
that we have right now,
Now, yeah.
Yeah,
we should have had her on tonight.
tonight. Yeah.
What do we got up
absolutely.
there? We got.
We got
Super
March
Trout.
Madness.
I don't know, we're all fucking a little down right now. I mean,
Is it my
there's
fault?
no enthusiasm.
Yeah, I think you brought
You
in the
didn't help.
bad
My
You
fault.
didn't
vibe,
help.
yeah.
You didn't help.
Yeah.
You didn't help.
You-
I'm
we
glad you
started
said
off the show.
You know what? He's like when you're having a fire outside and stuff, and then the guy's just like, "Yeah, let's throw some wood on
You know-
top," and then it kills the fire. And you're like, "All right, I guess the party's
Yeah.
over."
You know,
That's
when
kinda
when
like
I
it
when I
starts
was
the fire.
when I was 14 years old, my buddy Jim told me this. You leave it at the door. We started a band. I know that sounds stupid, but there was the four of us that started the band, and his brother,
You want me to leave it at the door? This is my house.
His brother
It's time for
Joe,
me to leave it at the door.
his brother Joe would walk in the room, and he would always have issues. Oh, his girlfriend was, cheating on her, or he was upset about this or
Is that
that.
why the band never made it?
Never made it because he would never leave it at the door. There was always issues. He brought that energy, that poor fucking energy that you brought tonight.
You know who has good energy is Mike Trout.
Mike Trout has
430.
great energy.
If Mike Trout ever wakes up pissed off, for what?
I think it's hilarious.
What's going on?
What's happening?
I don't know. I feel like
Tarot cards.
It's the card reader. She's fucking with our stuff.
Is she watching?
Yep.
Oh,
There it is.
Flip the fucking magician, dude.
You hear that?
yeah, that was
Some
weird.
Shit, man.
That was spooky.
How funny is it that Trout signs for $100 million more than Bryce Harper?
He
I think it's hilarious.
He was, so Bryce had what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks to shine. Not only does he sign, it's basically the same contract. $100 million more.
Did you see this?
After he said,
you see
I'm
this
gonna
coming?
recruit. I'm going to recruit.
No.
Didn't we say this?
I thought he
That
was
Trout
gonna.
was going to sign for like $500 million?
I didn't
But did you think he was gonna stay in
Not now.
Anaheim?
No.
I'm not surprised he stayed.
I
They
don't
gave him
blame him.
400.
No, I thought he was going to be a free agent.
Listen, man, this is the trend now. I think a lot of these guys, they saw what happened this year with Machado, and they saw what happened with Bryce Harper. It took a while.
Yeah.
Like the owners are trying to ban and maybe not give these big contracts out. You saw it with Arenado. Arenado locked up before he hit free agency. He signed a good contract. Now, as you look at it, $260 million compared to $430 that Trout got. I think guys want the security. They're like, you know what? They saw what happened in free agency this year.
He's made
man.
$500 million.
Yeah.
Playing baseball.
He's like, they're gonna give me this much money and 13 years. I'm locked in. I'm taking it.
What more do you want?
Nothing.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm saying
It's
now.
crazy, yeah.
It seems like a trend.
Did you see the stat? They combined Manny Machado's and Bryce Harper's win above replacement. Combined is still not as good as Mike Trout's.
Mike Trout is the best baseball player on the planet.
Ever.
They-
Right now, win above replacement goes Mike Trout, Ty Cobb, Mickey Mantle.
It's amazing.
That's where he is right there. He's He has 7 MVPs compared to 2 to Barry Bonds.
They
and
did
stuff
they did the first 7 years for him and Barry Bonds, the home run king. Barry Bonds at this age, 7 years, 275
Pretty
average.
Yeah.
Trout 310 average. OPS 883 for Bonds, 1,000 for Trout. 176 home runs, 235. 2 All-Star games for Bonds, 7 for Trout. 2 MVPs, 2 MVPs. So, but I mean, you're right.
Trout's
That was
incredible.
7 years.
How old is
He
he?
was in Pittsburgh still.
26.
He's 27.
7.
He's incredible.
He's not even in his physical prime.
Nope.
And he does it with such like a nonchalant, like
Well,
even
with
the
the
way
team
he signed
built around
Manders-
him, for fuck's sake.
No,
I know,
why?
What the fuck?
Like, because it's so he could actually win something. No player wants to play any sport and just sit there and produce stats.
$430 million.
Yeah.
I'll play any fucking sport. We don't have to win anything.
You tell me he doesn't want to
I'm
win
sure-
something.
I mean, I'm sure he does.
I'm
I'm
sure
just
he does.
saying, it's like, whatever, man.
That's why a lot of these
Build a
guys
team.
leave these teams because they're like, you know what? I don't want to. Regardless of the contract, I want to go somewhere that I can do something.
I think that's overrated. I do.
Yeah, I think they reached this point, man.
I think
that-
it's overrated, man. I mean, winning's great. I think it's good for publicly saying I want to win. I do it to win. But at the end of the day, man, it's your job, and you want to try to make as much money
Money.
in your job as possible.
And
Mike
you gotta
Trout
be-
just made a ton of money.
We've said it on every show pretty much about every great athlete. You got to be the sick ones.
You gotta be the sick ones. Yes.
that want
The
to
Kobe
win.
Bryants, the
Derek
Michael
Jeters.
Jordans,
Yeah.
the Derek Jeters. There's only
Tom Brady's.
Yes.
yeah.
the
There's
ones-
only a
the
few.
ones that
yeah.
don't care.
Brady gives money back so they can get.
Brady
out of it.
comes out and looks at players like Spikes and says, "I don't give a shit if I make the Pro Bowl. I'm here to win championships."
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Mike Trout, and
For
he's-
every one Brady, there's 500 other
Yes.
guys, bro.
And you
They're
can't-
rare.
can't blame him, and
No.
you know, I mean, he's the best baseball player in baseball,
I
and
mean,
now,
he just got paid like one.
and you're a Yankee fan, you got to think now. All right, you guys have a lot of people you're gonna have to pay. Red Sox have a lot of people that they're gonna.
How
have
smart
to
does
pay.
Mookie Betts look now?
Mookie Betts right now? He's looking at a very nice,
He
probably more
he turned
than
down 200 million.
probably
Smart
more
man.
than Bryce. And you have Alex Bregman who just signed.
$100 million
Just to
contract.
get away from arbitration
You
and stuff.
see, it's happening, man. It's already happening. These
But-
guys don't want to hit free agency.
You're gonna see Aaron Judge get a 400 million. You're gonna see
Yeah.
Mookie Betts get probably 400 million.
Yeah.
It's just whether those teams want to keep him, because you know what? If I was the Yankees when it comes to Judge time, for the Red Sox right now with Mookie Betts, I go to him and I've been like, hey, we're gonna offer you. I don't care if he's insulted. Here's 400 million. Same deal as Trout. $30 million less, or 50, whatever you
Don't
want to
be
do. And if he
don't
says
be
no,
surprised.
no, but if he says no,
Right now?
Not
If-
right now, but don't be surprised if sooner or later.
if he says
Sooner
no,
than later.
if Mookie Betts says no, I'm putting him on the trading block. I'm moving on from these guys. If they don't want to take
That's the
that
thing.
much of money, bye bye.
He's right, because you're better off getting rid of them and getting something back.
Well, it's like Trout is the best player in baseball, and his WAR is that high. But again, if you don't build in baseball, you know it's not like basketball. You know, not one guy.
No.
Angels haven't won anything.
I mean, you look at
They're
it.
probably not winning again this year.
We just saw it last week in football. If the Giants didn't sign Beckham, he wouldn't have been available for a type of trade like that, and they wouldn't have gotten anything back. He probably would have walked at one point. They signed him to a contract, they trade him, they get something back. You're better off doing that than anything.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're gonna look at the Celtics could have done that with Kyrie. As much as everybody, you know, I know H is gonna tell me that you're an idiot, but if
What?
they traded Kyrie last year after the team was meshing in the playoffs, now he's gonna walk and they're not gonna get anything.
It's a choice that you make, but I mean, you can't feel bad for any of these players, man. They're gonna get paid handsomely.
In the next 3 years, if Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, and Manny Machado don't win a World Series, right? If none of those three, and they just both got all three of them, and Arenado. Let's say those four
Okay.
guys, they all got 250 million, and none of them win a championship.
You're calling it a 3-year window for those guys?
I mean, you could go more, but I mean,
I
say three.
if not one of those teams wins it in 3 years, then what the fuck?
Then it starts chattering.
Then
Yeah.
you start
I agree.
chatting.
I
Yeah,
agree.
then
You're
I think,
right, but at the same time, some of these organizations don't care about that. They go and sign Machado. They're
just looking at numbers
They
that-
look at they sign Arenado. They sign Machado. They know, hey, all they care about as an organization is they're going to have people in the stands going to see
Yep.
these players,
Yep.
and they get those numbers. They make that money. That's all that matters
Yeah,
to them.
it's
It's not at the end of the day that they're like me, where I'm a fan that I want to win a championship. I
Well,
want my team. to
Different
Yeah,
organizations have different reasons for doing things. You know what I mean? Like San Diego, by signing Machado, that was more like, let's get this thing
Come
going.
here.
Let's get
Check
people
us,
in
yeah.
here. They're not winning anything. I mean, probably not.
they got
They
this
got-
year,
they
no,
got-
they got a
they
lot
got
of
one
young
of the
talent, and they're out
Top
there.
farm system.
Oh yeah.
They signed Hosmer last year.
Yeah.
You got Tatis.
Tatis
you got
coming
the
up.
best pitcher in spring training.
Yeah.
right
Could they
now.
win a World Series in the next
No,
2
they're
years?
not going to win a World
But
Series.
they can.
They're
I
out
actually
there.
have
If they go out there and they were inquiring about Kluber and
Now, there you go. That would be
Kluber
it.
Carrasco,
Yep.
they're inquiring.
They did something
think
like
they're
that.
far
I
off,
can
but-
take them.
Why don't you just sign Dallas Keuchel? I mean, he's
I don't
sitting there
know.
I'm
fucking
surprised he's still.
Cy Young will win it. That's why you don't hire Scott Boras.
Gio
Sometimes-
Gonzalez just went to the Yankees this week,
We need innings eater.
Yeah.
These injuries are getting.
and baseball started last night. Well, 5:30 this
The
morning.
stupidest thing, too.
Strange.
Why
So
don't
they're
you
gonna
start at
play-
fucking 10
I don't get
or
it.
11?
They're gonna play 2 games
That
in
count.
Japan that count, and then they're gonna do spring training, and then start again.
It's the dumb, that,
ridiculous.
no wonder why people get hurt. But I actually got a question for you. You're Mr. NBA, all right? And I love how they do their contracts, all right? MLB is going to have to switch eventually because you're going to have these ticket prices keep going up. You're gonna have these players that are gonna be sitting on these fat contracts,
What, max contracts?
max contracts.
Play,
I think
baseball
I think-
union's tough, strong, man.
But I think that would be best for baseball. Not best for the players, but best for
For the
baseball.
sport.
For the sport, having max contracts, like 5-year max contract.
Good luck.
Oh, I know it's not, but I'm just
The
wondering if
baseball-
you think that would have been good.
I think it would be good for baseball, but the baseball players union is the strongest union in sports. They bond together, man. You saw it. They went on strike for a year.
Yeah.
They did it. You know, they're willing to do it. You know, they'll sit out. They don't want restrictions.
Because if you get fat and happy,
Yeah.
they're still going to play you. It's not
Listen,
like
good for
football.
them, man. Look at the NFL. The players union gets crushed all the time.
Because they're a dime a dozen.
Exactly. You know, the NBA. The NBA seems like it's more. There's a good give and take, but the owners win in the
You're
NBA.
right. 750
Yeah.
major leaguers in the whole world. Where in the NBA you can probably pick them out
Right.
from D leagues, Europe, and
Right.
stuff, and football.
There's a
you
give
can
and
sign
take.
Joe
there.
Schmo.
Yeah,
Now
baseball.
you can do
Baseball
something.
players union is strong.
Yeah.
They are, man. They're not. They're not gonna go for that.
No, I agree.
Max
But it-
contracts. Fuck you.
I just think it would have been good for sports.
No, as a fan and like competitive balance, it is good, but I don't see it happening unless they strike again.
Yeah.
You know, and if they strike again, that baseball's already kind of like, you know, as far as the major sports, it is a little lower than than football and basketball is right now. A strike would hurt them.
Speaking of sports and stuff, I gotta give a shout out to Johnny on this, telling us to watch the Free Solo documentary.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
No-brainer.
I watched
watch
it twice.
It's incredible.
I was sweating.
I
Dude,
told
the
you.
guy's
The
nuts,
guy-
man.
the
Yeah.
biggest balls out of anybody in the world.
I don't know if it's big as balls or just no. He's not wired.
Well,
He's
yeah.
not wired normal, bro. That's not balls. That's more like. Do you see?
Well,
that? He's
is-
different, man.
He definitely doesn't feel. I mean, he feels fear.
He feels it, but I think he's an alien.
I agree,
Who the
man.
fuck would do that?
Did you
man?
see the way he ate it out of that fucking dish?
It was fantastic.
That I knew that he
Yeah.
would like it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew he'd like it. I'm like, dude, that's such a savage move where you just pretty much like you're like scooping it with like the fucking skillet, like just like this. Like how the fuck? Why wouldn't you just get a fork and
Because he's different, man.
Different.
Everything he does is different.
Lives out of his van.
He climbed the fucking mountain with no rope.
Yeah, with no rope, but he also like the way he studied it and the way he like
Yeah. Angles and it's crazy, man.
I've never seen anything like that. Like
Putting his fingers in those little tiny fucking
holes, like,
crevices.
that was one of the best things that he told because
John, how strong are his hands?
Do you know a Ray
Insane.
Ray Gonzalez?
Insanely strong.
Rodriguez?
I don't even know how you quantify it, but they're ridiculous.
He must have the
You know-
strongest fucking hand. If you shook that guy's hand, he could
Yeah,
crush your
his
hand.
fingers.
You know who this is? Ray Ray Rodriguez?
What
Wow.
about him?
I don't know. He's on our Instagram telling us that we should all start grappling each other.
Okay,
Grappling.
that's nice.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
That's what he's thinking. Like,
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he a professional
grapple.
fighter?
I guess so. I don't know.
Hmm.
Thanks for supporting
You
House
could- you could've
Rules.
called in.
You can call in and talk about how we can grapple.
how we can learn
Is
to
Ray
talk better.
Ray a grappler? It looks
I
like he's-
guess so.
American top team.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah,
There you go.
Black Zillions.
he's
Yeah.
follows us. I like it.
Listen, I haven't hit the mats in a while, Ray. Show me a thing or two.
You know, right?
Ray.
Slap,
Looks like a savage. I like it.
grapple.
Slap
Baseball.
box, grapple,
I'm
baseball,
scared of heights
racket.
too, man. So watching that movie,
It was tough, dude.
When they pan out, right, and you just see them from a little
Those
distance.
scenes, those are the ones that
And
really
you
get
try.
you.
It's like your brain still can't fucking comprehend it. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? That ledge is it's straight up and
I
down.
It's literally like
How-
watching, like when you have nightmares.
yes.
It's literally like
Like,
that
why am
movie
I on
is
this?
literally like my worst dreams.
Yeah, the falling.
Like
Can
the
you imagine?
falling off a high place and like nowhere to go.
Being right in the middle of it. If you're 2,000 feet up,
I can't
where do,
imagine.
what do you do?
Like a
Can't
breeze.
go up, can't
what
go
if a
down?
big strong
That's
breeze
what I
just
kept
came
thinking.
whipping through.
All it takes is that one like.
There was a couple
But he
places
loves
too.
doing that, so he doesn't care. It seems, right?
Oh, of
They
course he
want
loves
to.
it.
They
man.
want to die that way.
That's the way they want to go.
That
Yeah.
guy has to die doing something.
He will.
He's like
The
evil
chances are
Knievel,
pretty fucking
kind
high.
of.
Anybody else?
They're extremely high.
I was kind of shocked. Like his girlfriend was pretty cute. I was kind of
I
shocked
know,
by
she's
that.
super cute.
I'm like,
She was intrigued by his whole
She's mesmerized by him.
his
well, yeah,
thought
but I was
process.
just like, how the hell, like, what the fuck, like.
A guy like that, he's probably hung like a donkey.
Yeah.
Hung like a
Well,
donkey.
like a donkey. Probably he's hanging like this.
Yeah.
Doing
And he's
it
got
too.
his-
He's like, look at this grapple move while I do pull-ups,
I bet
and I'm in you.
If he started to slip, his dick would catch something.
Yeah,
It's got the the
it's
claw.
got a claw in the
Claw,
front.
Yeah, exactly. The head does. It's just like a fucking thumper.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Pounds right in there.
How
Yep.
do you just stop on the way down?
Don't
Did you
worry.
see that?
Did you see that on camera? Please rewind.
He-
Yep. Oh, he's digging in. His dick drills into the
It
stone.
was a dick
It's
hole.
it's drilling into the snow. I mean stone. Yeah. Well, I
Free
think that.
solo, man.
Speaking of dicks, did you hear what Yanni sent us the other day about the semen cologne?
Oh God, dude.
Who comes up with this shit?
I don't know. Vice digs up some good stuff. There was a French guy, right? Some kind of like obscure artistic French guy that was in the perfume business, and he's always looking to get obscure scents.
Why would someone
So
want to
semen,
smell
so
like
he
that?
he wanted specifically like sex.
Now, is it
So everything-
sex or semen?
Well, I mean, I think semen was probably like the largest component of
A
the
perfume for
So
people
it's
who want to
walking around
smell.
sweat, saliva.
Right.
You know.
Semen, sex,
Yep, and that's the,
a little hint of shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Depends on
there's
what
a
you're
hint.
into,
There could be a
right?
hint of
There's
shit somewhere in
Never
there.
walk into a room where people
Yeah.
just had
Yeah.
sex.
There's a hint of shit.
Shit,
A
yeah.
hint of shit.
Shit. It's
There's
not
a lot of shit.
So you would go-
yeah, problem.
Right.
Do you think people? Is it overseas, like Europe? This is what people want to smell like? You're saying, or?
This is the future, Joe, right
I
now.
mean, what I'm willing to bet, I bet you that probably triggers like some type of pheromonal trigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know anything about pheromones?
Yeah. No.
All right.
You know what it means. No, I agree with you. I'm sure that there's some people out there.
Something that a pheromone, something that it's something the smell tracks.
Yeah, and it's
Is that right?
it's it's primal. You know what I mean? So it's
You don't even know it's.
yeah, you're subconsciously just attracted to something. Like I don't know why. Like that doesn't. It doesn't.
Came in
really
here smelling like
It
cum,
comes
and it just
snort.
makes me want
makes
to.
people
Nah.
snort.
But some people like different smells, like not the same thing, but people like fresh cut grass. I like I like the smell of gas,
Huh? I was just gonna say that.
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of gas smell.
gasoline,
That's
yeah,
huge. Weird.
right?
Yeah, huge
Hey, you
fan.
smell,
saying-
if you smell it long enough, it could kill you.
Oh, awesome,
No, I know,
Yeah, also
but
fun.
I'm the same way.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, you
Gas
do.
smell?
Gasoline?
Love.
Yeah, dude, I jump out of cars when people are like, "Oh yeah, I gotta fill up the tank." I'm like, "I'm
It's
in."
fucking weird. Most people do.
You don't like the smell of gas?
I like fresh cut grass, not really, gas.
Yeah.
Shocking that you like fresh cut grass.
Yeah, of course you do.
Fenton likes
Grass.
cut grass.
You know?
Weird.
Yeah. Gasoline.
But anyway, semen smell.
I don't know if it's a hot seller.
I don't think it is.
You
You ever had a
walking
cum-
around
you ever
smelling
have you had a
cum?
have you ever seen a cum tree or smelt one?
I haven't smelled one.
Everybody's. We talked about this.
We've talked about
Oh.
this before.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so
Right.
if you don't want that in your yard and smell, why would you want it on your body?
All right, here's
like
the weird
Johnny
thing.
said, I think it's more of a.
And I'll admit this.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you
With
go.
the cum tree, all right?
You like
I
the
know
smell.
it's there, and I should walk away. Why do I stay? That's the truth. It's like, oh, there it is. And I walk away, I'm like, why is it there, I keep smelling it.
See?
Yeah.
So
So
Scott would
there
wear.
is something
Scott would
to
wear.
that.
Absolutely.
There is
It's the
something to
cologne.
that. It
You're
is.
attracted
It's
to the tree.
Yeah.
Listen.
No, it's like,
Do you smell your own? You smell your own farts?
Yeah, everybody does.
Everybody. I mean, do you see what dogs do? What do dogs do?
They lick themselves.
No, man. When they're looking for other when they're looking for other dogs, what are they sniffing for?
They sniff their
They're
ass.
sniffing
Yeah.
for their urine. That's where they get their scent
And,
of like their essence.
Ah.
yeah,
So as gross as we might think it is,
it's not.
We're all
We-
primal.
that's how we're
Primal.
finding, that's what we're finding what we're looking for. We're
Oh.
sniffing each other's buttholes.
Yeah.
Wow.
When it comes down to it,
At the end
Little
of the
Joey's been on top of this for years, man. He's just, just
Way
nobody wants to
ahead
say
of the
it.
game.
Wait until somebody fucking elects him to be mayor. And like, this man, he's been sniffing plenty of assholes. and he's going somewhere.
You think he could be mayor? You never know.
Joey?
He knows enough
could.
people.
He
Yeah.
could be
Oh, he
mayor.
could. He
Yeah.
absolutely
He knows
could.
everybody.
Yeah.
This corrupt town, New London.
Yeah.
Charismatic,
Absolutely.
extremely likable.
I'd vote for him.
Yeah.
Got a
Of course,
big heart.
exactly. You'd vote for him.
Joe should run for mayor. In New
Yeah.
Orleans.
Let's start that here on House
We
Rules.
should
I
start.
mean,
Joey-
it's not
Joey
like New
should-
London can get any worse anyway.
Yes.
Let's get Joey nominated for mayor
Yeah.
of New London.
What would that take? You know, Shalom.
That ass sniffing son of a bitch. Let's get him out there.
Yeah, you heard it here first. You know.
When they've been looking for the mayor in his office on a Monday morning, where is he? Yeah, he's. Where's Joey? You have to drive around town, find his truck somewhere,
He's fine. Don't worry.
sleeping.
I mean, most politicians got some type
Yeah,
of
man.
There's like
It's like a-
deviance.
yeah.
He fits
He
the
fits it
profile.
perfect. I think we started something.
Yeah.
Kidding?
You know?
Politician.
We hit
Shit.
it.
Shalaba for mayor.
Shalaba for
20, what? When's it come up?
21?
21, yeah.
21?
He would wear the cum cologne, definitely. He'd been
That
squirting
would be the
loads
secret.
everywhere, yeah.
That would be the fucking.
He wouldn't wear the cologne. He'd
Spray
just
him
wear his
down
own.
and come cologne.
Yeah, you just.
He just walks
you
in the room and
spray it
everybody's
everywhere.
like a Sex Panther. It's like,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
pungent. They don't
yeah.
even, at first their eyes, they're watering and shit, and they're just like, their face, what the fuck is it? And
It's
then,
like, I come here, come there.
I don't know why, but I just want to keep following it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's it.
And watch that little man waddle. You know? Well,
I expect more from you all next week.
all right, thanks.
I think that we all should work on what we're gonna, go
Hey,
into
we
next
March
week.
Madness,
And
we
then-
did. We
I
I
did
mean,
Yeah.
even the
trees.
Warriors, you saw the Warriors, before the playoffs, they take
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
dip.
We're like
So we're
Kyrie,
taking
man.
we're taking a break, taking a
Yeah,
dip.
little
You know what?
break.
That's a very good
Great
way to
analogy.
say it, yeah.
Yanni always pulls it
That's a
together.
good idea, because
We should get a
NBA
bench.
fan I am, March is like,
It doesn't mean
just,
shit.
let's just get to the playoffs, let's just get, like the tournament starts tomorrow.
Let's get there.
Get to the Masters, let's get to
We got
baseball.
baseball, then yeah.
All that's coming.
Yes.
I feel like I'm at a point where like next week I'm gonna sit down here, I'm gonna look across and be like, you're not Scott. No, I'm Scott, and you guys are all gonna have fill-ins for each other. Take a week off
Yeah.
and be like, no, you don't look like Johnny. No, I'm Johnny.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Why
right.
don't we have a whole different crew
Yeah.
do house rules?
Come
next
in
week?
here to do it for free.
Except for Joe.
Sure.
Joe
Except
will
for
be here
me?
to run the show.
You guys have to pick
and
a
we take
person.
the clone.
You pick a person to fill in for. You tell them what they're gonna talk about. I sit down here. I have no clue that it's gonna happen one night,
You just bring him in
and I have to try and
and
work with
navigate. You navigate the show with
Yeah.
our stunt doubles.
Yeah.
Doppelgangers.
doppelgangers.
All right.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
All
Wow,
right.
this show's painfully coming to an end.
House rules out.
Forever.
That may have been our last show ever.
Yep.
Oh man.
Just like that.
Just
Yeah.
like that.
Just, Barstow was listening to that one.
Yeah. Where is the
Just ruined it.
mixtape, Joe?
I'll post it tonight then over this one.
Guys, send it out right now on this bad sour note. Maybe get the